I'm 80 years old, and the words I saved for later are the ones that haunt me the most. I thought love was understood. I was wrong. I'm sitting at the same kitchen table I bought in 1979. The wood is scratched, the legs wobble. Most of the chairs are empty now. My hands shake when I wrap them around my coffee mug, not from the heat, from time. At this age, memories don't knock anymore. They walk right in. And tonight, one memory won't let me rest. It's about 3 words I thought I had forever to say. The past. When I was young, I was certain of one thing. Love didn't need words. I grew up in a house where feelings stayed quiet. My father woke up at 5 every morning, laced his boots, and came home smelling like oil and dust. He never hugged me, never said much at all. But he fixed the roof. He paid the bills on time. He stayed. So I learned early. Love was shown, not spoken. I carried that belief like armor. I met my wife, Sarah, in 1967. She was laughing too loudly at a diner, stirring sugar into her coffee, even though it was already sweet. Her laugh filled the whole room, like it didn't ask permission. She asked me what I wanted to be. I told her, reliable. She smiled, but her eyes searched my face like she was hoping for something more. We married 2 years later. Small ceremony. Her dress smelled like fresh linen and nerves. When she said "I do," her voice cracked. When it was my turn, I spoke clearly, confident. I thought that was enough. Life moved fast after that. A job that became a career that became long hours. I worked late, I worked weekends. I told myself I was building something for us. Sarah stayed home with the kids at first. The house always smelled like laundry soap and dinner waiting too long. She'd ask me about my day. I'd answer, but my mind was already back at work. She'd say, "I missed you today." I'd reply, "I'm here now, aren't I?" I thought presence was proof. I thought silence was strength. Our kids grew. They learned to walk, then talk, then stop waiting up for me. I paid for birthdays. I attended graduations. I stood in the back of school plays, arms crossed, nodding with pride. I was proud. I was certain I was doing everything right. And through it all, I don't remember saying the words. Not out loud. Not clearly. Not enough. The turning point. The moment that changed everything didn't feel important at the time. That's what scares me now. It was a Tuesday. Rain tapping against the kitchen window. Sarah was drying dishes, her back to me. She said, "Do you still love me?" Not angry, not accusing, just tired. I laughed a little. Not because it was funny, but because I didn't know what else to do. "Of course I do," I said. "You know that." She turned around then. Her hands were still wet. Her eyes weren't. "I don't want to know it," she said. "I want to hear it." I remember thinking, why does she need that? I said, "You're being silly." The word landed heavy. I didn't see it then, but I hear it every night now. She nodded, went back to the dishes, and I went back to the paper. Because that's what I did when things got uncomfortable. I told myself she was emotional. I told myself actions mattered more. I told myself there would be time later. Later became years. The kids moved out. The house got quieter. Sarah stopped asking the question. I thought that meant we were fine. The consequences. Sarah got sick when she was 72. It started small, forgetting things, losing weight. Hospitals smell like disinfectant and fear. The beeping machines never stop, even at night. I sat by her bed, holding her hand. It felt smaller than I remembered. She looked at me one evening, her voice thin. "You were a good man," she said. "Good. Not loving, not warm. Good." I squeezed her hand and said, "Get some rest." I didn't say it then either. The last morning, the sun came in through the blinds just right. She was sleeping, or so I thought. I whispered her name. No answer. The room felt empty before she ever left it. At the funeral, people told me how strong I was, how devoted, how lucky she was. I nodded. I thanked them. That night, I came home alone. The house echoed when I closed the door. I sat at the kitchen table. Her mug was still in the cabinet. The one with the chipped handle. That's when it hit me, not all at once, but like a slow flood. I had loved her, deeply, fiercely, but I had made her guess. For 40 years I made the woman I loved wonder if she was loved. That's a weight no man should carry. But I do. Every "I'll say it tomorrow" piled up, every missed moment stacked high. And now, tomorrow never comes. The wisdom, I'm 80 now. The mirror shows a man I barely recognize. My children call more often these days. They say, "I love you" before hanging up. It catches me off guard. Still, sometimes I say it back too late, after the line goes quiet. I understand something now I wish I'd known then. Love doesn't survive on assumptions. It needs air. It needs sound. Those 3 words aren't weak. They're brave. I thought saying them made me vulnerable, but not saying them made me alone. If I could sit across from my younger self, I wouldn't talk about money, or success, or being reliable. I'd grab him by the collar and say, "Don't make the people you love feel unsure. Because one day, you'll sit in a quiet house, holding memories instead of hands, wishing you'd been a little less afraid of your own heart. If you're still listening, then you still have time. I don't. Don't assume they know. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Say it. Tonight, even if your voice shakes. Close this video and tell someone you love them. If this story stayed with you, stay with this channel. I've only got a few truths left to share, and time is precious.